3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your good friend Monroe Mann here, YouTube #1 live streamer in my mind and in the eyes of my fans. We haven't convinced the world yet. We are here today joined by the great Alex Janke, who I've gotten to know over the last 4 months or so. He is the community partner manager at YouTube. He is an official member of the YouTube team. So I'm looking forward to sharing questions with him that I hope we can get some great answers to, and maybe he will give some additional insight. Also, it is his very first live stream ever as a guest, as a co-host, as a whatever. So we're gonna treat him with great kindness as he gets to know how this live streaming works. And Alex, so can you see in the top? It shows how many people, the likes.
Yep, I can see that.
So notoriously, that number is always wrong. Sometimes it says there are 0 people when there are 5 people in the chat, literally actively chatting. Sometimes it always fluctuates, but that generally gives us an idea of who is here. And the likes are self-explanatory from folks who say, hey, these guys are doing a good job. So before I go into any questions, I'm super curious. My #1 question for you is, how did you end up getting a job at YouTube? That's you don't hear that. You're the only person, in fact, I've ever met in my entire life who has a job at YouTube. How did that come to be?
Yeah, great question. So I was in college. I graduated during COVID, and my sophomore year internship, I interned in tech, virtually, of course, because of COVID. But it was through that internship that I realized I really wanted to be in the tech space. I thought it was super fun. A lot of stuff happening there. So I looked for post grad jobs in the tech space. I had applied to Google many times every year while I was an undergrad. Never heard back. It was maybe the last 2 months of my senior year. I applied to one random job at Google. It was an account manager associate role for this relatively new program. Didn't know if I was even going to get an interview, but I just decided to apply for it. It was based in LA, which is where I was hoping to be as well. Ended up getting the role, which was great. So I moved out here and worked on the sales team in large customer sales for about 2.5, 3 years. And I loved that job. It was so much fun. I had a great time. I met amazing people. But my office in LA our office, the Google one, is split between YouTube and Google. So I was always interacting with YouTube people. I would always see creators coming into the office, and I always just thought it was the coolest thing. And so I networked with a few people, and always kept certain teams in the back of my mind. And then about maybe 7 months ago.
Hold on. Let me interrupt for 1 second. Jamie, Can you kind of act as a moderator and constantly let people know that we're talking to Alex Janke, who works at YouTube? Because we have new people coming in right now, and they may just think it's just 2 random guys talking. So I know you're not moderator, but you can be moderator for the moment. And just remind them, for those of you who are just coming in, this is Alex Janke over here, and he works at YouTube. So if you're a YouTuber, or if you're interested about YouTube and growing your channel, or you know a friend who's at YouTube or a YouTuber, stick around, because he's going to be sharing some great insights and information that'll help all of us improve our YouTubing adventures. So thank you, Jamie. His name is Alex Janke, Alex, and Janke, Janke, and his role is community partner manager at YouTube. Thank you. And hi, Olga, by the way. Do you see the chat messages now, Alex?
I do. Yeah. Hi, everyone.
And also, I'm not on Wi-Fi. Please let either of us know if our connection is poor, and if you can't see me or hear me, or not see or hear Alex. So Alex, I asked Alex to tell us how he got this job at YouTube, and he was telling us that he first started. He was been applying ever since he was in college. Pretty much every job vacancy. He never heard anything. And then finally, towards the end of his college adventure, he did get a call to start in a sales role in Los Angeles. He did that for about 3 years, and I think that's where I rudely, but by necessity, cut you off.
Yeah, and then there was a role that opened up on this team, the community partner management team. I ended up applying. I realized it was the perfect role for me. I really wanted it really bad. And ended up getting it, which was great. And yeah, I've been at YouTube for about 7 months now.
Is just for people watching around the world, because I know Saku's in India, Jamie's in Ohio, Olga, I'm not sure where she is, if she's in the US. We have people from around the world watching this. If somebody has a dream of working at Google, what would you recommend that they do? They, assuming they have no connections whatsoever, they're just starting from scratch. Is there a website? Can we apply from the google.com?
Yes, yeah, there is. Google does have a pretty great careers website. Has all this information on the way they hire, how to interview at Google, things like that, tips and tricks. They also have an amazing YouTube channel as well. So if you want to learn a lot about how Google hires, how YouTube hires, I recommend looking that up. I believe it's Google Careers. Don't quote me on that, but it's something along those lines. But yeah, I definitely recommend checking out that career site, checking out the YouTube um, channel as well. Actually, I studied that YouTube channel and studied all the recruiting videos before I actually interviewed. Um, Definitely helped. I feel like if I didn't watch those videos, I would not be where I'm at today. Um,
And those videos are on Google's YouTube channel?
yes, yeah, yeah. They have a Google Careers YouTube channel. So a lot of the content is hosted by recruiters, and they'll hop on and they'll talk about how software, like the tech side, how that works, how the business side works, and the interview structure, tips and tricks, things like that. They'll even bring interns on to talk about their story. They'll talk about how interns were able to, convert full time, things like that. It's a pretty great YouTube channel, and I used it to study for my interviews a ton.
Beautiful. That's excellent information. Kathleen, hello. How are you? Welcome. Great to see you. Olga, great
Hello,
to see
hello.
you. Oh, Jamie, he's not a YouTube community partner. That's what I am. He's the YouTube community partner manager. So make sure we get that straight, because otherwise he's just another YouTuber. He's not even a YouTuber as far as I understand, because this is his first live stream.
This is my
But
first live stream. I have made some shorts, though. I will say I have made a couple shorts.
well, then you're a YouTuber.
Yeah, technically, I am. I think I also have like 26 subscribers. When I was logging in, I saw I had a few subscribers, and I didn't even realize I had some. So
So, by the way, do you have an ear to the bug team or the new features team for YouTube itself? Like, if we share some feedback with you, can you pass that along?
yeah, yeah. Well, so it depends on the team. I mean, for channel memberships, at least, I do have a direct line of contact to that team. I know other people on my team have different connections to other teams, but yeah, any feedback, I love sharing the feedback with the team because I do think there's always opportunities to make the platform better. So yeah, if you have anything or anyone here has anything, I'm happy to pass that along.
So yeah, I just have a few right now, and if any of you guys watching any of the things that we've talked about over the last 7, 8 months that kind of annoys us about YouTube, that would make the live streams better, easier, share them with me, remind them, put them in the chat, and we can. Alex will be able to pass them along. One thing that we all notoriously do not like is that the number of people it says that are in the live stream is very rarely accurate, and
I
just
was
the
just
fact
gonna
that
say that.
sometimes
Yeah, that's a big thing.
so I don't know if they're aware of that, but sometimes it says zero for maybe 5 minutes, but there are 7 people in the chat going, I'm here, I'm watching, I'm here, I'm here. So that's just an interesting, I don't know why or how, but that's something that we're aware of. Also, the number of likes I see. How many likes does it say that we have right now? One?
Says one. Hmm.
So technically that means for everybody else who's watching, it says two.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I always say, come on, guys, let's get the bronze medal on the YouTube live stream Olympics. Let's get to 10 likes. And people go, Monroe, we're at 10, we're at 10. But at my end, it always says 9. It's
Okay.
always one lower than whatever. And I've checked with other YouTubers, and they've all, yeah, Jamie just confirmed it says 2 for her.
Huh.
So
Okay.
there's something wrong with the count. The code is different for the streamer side and than the viewer side. The other thing that would be very helpful is if a host can see clearly in the chat who is a subscriber and who is not,
Mm-hmm.
and who is their first time here or not. Like maybe there could be little icons or something. I can find that out by clicking on like Jamie's name. By the way, the fact that Jamie has it too, she's a member. She's been a member for about 5 months.
Oh,
Her 6 month is coming up soon. But I can click on that. It'll show me information. It'll show me that she's a subscriber, for how long she's been a subscriber. But there's a lot of buttons I got to push to do it.
man.
And it would be nice if at a glance, if I could just look and go, oh, there's a brand new person. Hey, welcome. How you doing? I'm glad to see all the new people on the streams. Something like that. Those are three things off the top of my head that I think would make it kind of a little bit easier for the hosts to manage their.
Okay, yeah, that's super, super valid. I actually I do know someone from the live team that I will pass that information to because yeah, this can definitely be improved upon for sure.
You know someone from the live team, man.
I do.
Let me ask you this. If this goes well with our little interview here, would that person be interested in doing an interview?
I can definitely ask. I know they. I am dealing with a few live problems, at least with some of my creators, and I know they're very, very busy. But I can reach out and I can see.
Maybe again, it'll be very professional like this, and it's not
Yeah.
any gotcha interview or anything. It's just basically it's no one has very few people. I mean, I'm in awe that I have you on here because even when you become a YouTube partner, you still have very rare interactions with people that work. Unless I think once you get to 100,000 subscribers, do you get connected to? I know you get the cool little plaque
Yep.
that says you've got 100. Do you get a higher level of customer support as a creator with 100,000
No,
subscribers?
not in 100,000. We do have. So I'm on the CPM team, but there is a tier one team, and that is a little bit. It's more a little bit more dedicated support. Those are reserved for just, like the top creators on YouTube. So think Mr.
But
Beast and things like that.
but I
Um,
but I'm YouTube's #1 live streamer, so I'm
yeah,
confused.
I'm sure soon you're going to be on that team.
So I understand. Okay, got you. So you got to get up to the big leagues for that to happen.
Actually, not even like a subscriber number. It's yeah, it's not like translated that way. So if you have a million subscribers, like you might not be in that tier one.
It's also related to revenue
Mhm.
and things like
a
that.
number of things. Yep.
What's up, Tyler fan? How are you? Freddie Sawyer. We have Alex Janke here, YouTube Community Partner Manager, and we're having a blast chatting with him. So tell me more about what you do as a community partner manager. I know that because I was in your boot camp,
Yep.
which was fantastic. For any of you who are YouTubers, I hope that when you get monetized, Alex's team continues to offer this program, which was to help me and others gain more memberships. But that's my perspective as a YouTuber. Maybe Alex has a different perspective from the community manager. The floor is yours.
Yeah. So okay. So as a community partner manager, we have a YouTube creator community, or we have a book of creators under us. And our job is really to support creators in any way we can. So setting them opportunities, getting them connected to brands, letting them know about any updates, things like that are coming to the platform. Our job is really just to support creators as best as possible and help them grow as much as possible as well through like the boot camp as well. That's like something new that our team has been implementing. Monroe was a part of the first ever class of the channel memberships boot camp, which was great. It was also my first time ever hosting a boot camp. It was very, very fun. It was great to meet everyone. And yeah, it's just like one of the ways that we try and support creators.
Beautiful, beautiful. I want to point out I do have Bougie in the house. And no, so Alex, if you see the guy who's got a kind of a gray
Oh
box around
yes,
him.
with the check.
Yeah, so you know what that means, yeah?
I actually do not.
All right, so
I
that means that he has 100,000 subscribers or more.
oh well, okay, good to know.
So he's one. I have a handful, maybe 3 or 4 of my fans, supporters who are farther along on the road with me. Bougie somehow has access to some inside info. Like he told me that something special is coming on January 31st. He said he doesn't know what it is, but he's been talking to people. Do you know what he's talking about?
December 31st,
But
and
not
then
December, January 31st, at the end of this month.
Oh, is this like on YouTube specifically?
Yeah, he said, he goes, I don't know what it is, but something's big is happening on January 31st.
I actually have zero idea. Unfortunately, I feel like I hear a lot of the updates at the same time as creators. So I will be looking forward to January 31st. But yeah, I have no idea what's coming. Only a
Okay.
hunch. Okay, yeah.
So, by the way, Bougie, he's fielding questions from anybody. So, anyone who's on here who wants to ask a question to someone who actually works at YouTube and works with creators, Alex is a valuable resource, and I'm happy to share them with you. So, throw your questions out. And Bougie, if you've got any, please share as well. So, as community partner manager, your role is not only to help people with memberships. That just happened to be the first boot camp that you ran. Is that
Yep.
correct?
Yeah, a few other people on our my team, they also run boot camps. And so one of my coworkers in LA, she's focusing on a vertical live stream boot camp. So her focus is educating creators on that. But yeah, my product was channel memberships.
Very, very cool. By the way, I volunteered to be a co-host like before and share what I've learned. It's always so much fun. So if they need any help, I'm ready.
I
Ready to
definitely
heed
love
the
to keep
call.
you in mind. If I do a future boot camp for channel memberships, you will be the first person to speak at my at the next one.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, please double tap the screen, guys. We got 7 people in here. We've only got 3 likes. Double tap the screen. If we get up to 10, we get the bronze medal in the YouTube live stream Olympics. If we don't get to the bronze medal when we have someone from YouTube here, an esteemed guest, Alex Janke, well, we should all be very ashamed of ourselves. So I know we can do it. Double tap if you like the great information you're getting. What do you now? You don't work with, thank you for the like. You don't work with people who are not yet monetized, correct?
Yeah. Mostly all of our creators in the program or in the community are a part of YPP.
What, even though that's who you primarily work with, what advice can you give to people watching who are trying desperately to monetize their channel? Is there
Mhm.
any insight that you have as a YouTube partner manager?
The biggest advice, and I feel like I say this all the time, at least to the community of YouTubers that I work with, consistency. I think that's like the big word. Um, if you're creating content and you're trying to get to that level of monetization, staying consistent and sticking to that is really your best shot of reaching that. You want to stay consistent with your content. Keep putting new things out there. And then I guess lastly, looking at the data as well. So if you're posting videos and you're not seeing the performance you originally saw, or like maybe like one video pops off, like look at the analytics, look at and see what's resonating with your fans, what's not, and in meeting them, meeting your fans, like where they want you to be, and creating content like that. I think that's really the best way to get your channel out there a little bit more, get your watch time up, which is important for getting into the YouTube partner program.
Thank you, thank you. Bougie has a question. Channel membership wise, I currently have 3 tiers of memberships. However, when a viewer of a live stream goes to gift memberships, it automatically makes them gift the second tier. Is there any way to change this or to allow viewers, for example, gift the first tier? Bougie, what's fascinating is when people gift memberships on my channel, it automatically goes to the first tier. So my guess, and I'm going to let Alex jump in as well, is it depends on the value of my lowest tier is $3.99. My guess is your second tier is almost around $3.99 as well. But I'm just taking a guess. Alex, do you have any other thoughts on
No,
that?
yeah, you're right. So when someone gifts a membership, it'll gift the membership tier that is the closest to $4.99, and nothing over. So if you have 2 tiers, or if you have 3 tiers, and then your third tier is above $5, but your second two, or your bottom two are under $4.99, it'll give the highest option under $4.99. So yeah, if that's the case, then that's why your users are getting gifted the tier two membership.
That would be an interesting thing too, to maybe to give creators an option of which tier they want gifted. I
Yeah.
don't know. YouTube must be doing it for a reason.
Mhm.
Um,
I actually have given that feedback. I think someone in the membership boot camp this last time, or last few weeks, gave that same feedback, and so the product team already knows that. And I do think they are looking to maybe explore some options like that. But yeah, they're definitely aware of that.
okay. Now, my burning question, and Bougie and I and everyone on my channel knows that when I say this question, they're going to go, all right, this is the question we all talk about all the time here. Why, when there's a really good live stream such as this, I mean, this is informative, it's entertaining, it's with someone charming like myself, who's a good host, with someone really charming and uh, valued information that's very exclusive. Why do we have? I'm grateful for the 9 people who are here, but we'll scroll in there and we'll see a channel with 1,500 subscribers, and they are just sorting colored balls and not talking at all. And there are 350 people watching. And it's like, where the heck do those people come from? And the only thing I can think of is, because I know, did you notice when we started, there were about 19 people for about 2 minutes? Did you see that?
I did.
I'm just, it's been hitting me over the last few weeks watching that. So maybe I'm answering my own question. But you have maybe as soon as you see that there is this huge influx, you've got maybe 20 seconds to somehow get those 20 people to interact in such a positive way with the stream that they all click on it to watch. They start clicking like, they don't leave. That YouTube then starts pushing more and more and more and more people. But I like, it's perplexing to me. My fans are going all the time, Monroe. You're even Mr. Reboot, who's part of the boot camp, and he's got
Oh yeah.
875,000 subs. And even Bougie, who's got like 300 times, goes, Monroe, I don't know why your channel is not jumping. You're not doing anything weird around. You're just, it's entertaining, it's comedy, it's information. Do you have any idea what people like me and even Bougie and Mr. Reboot, who are also trying to grow, and figure out how do we get, but why is there such a
I wish I knew the answer to that. I feel like the algorithm is definitely almost a black box for many creators and even us at YouTube. Um, there are a variety of factors that really impacts one stream to get pushed out. So yeah, I mean it really depends. I mean there's so many different factors and so many signals that come into play. Um, but I will say if I connect with the live stream specialist, that is a question that we could ask or I can ask, because that is something that I think is really interesting and something I don't have much experience with.
and I will ask all those to Alex. But also, Alex, do you still have time for the member only stream for 20 minutes
Oh
after this one?
yeah, definitely, yep.
So any of you who are members of the channel, V Pirate, I see you're a member. I see Jamie, you're a member. We're going to do a member only with Alex afterwards. If you want to ask more specific questions, there are going to be fewer people here, and we can really get to him more specifically. Here's more feedback for the YouTube team. Us YouTubers don't care about the algorithm.
Mhm.
That's proprietary. We understand that. But all of us, I mean, Bougie and I have, Bougie's got 350,000 subs. I mean, he's like a legend already. He's got the plaque and all that. And he and I mean, and I'm a smaller channel with almost 5,000 subs, but we both have the same questions. Like, why does the YouTube, why over the summer did I get 120 people
Mhm.
at least once a week? But now the algorithm changed and I'm getting 10. I don't need to know exactly why, but I'd like to know, like, how can we plan a strategy if the algorithm changes so frequently? And it's just that we always get the same advice. Just keep looking at what the things that you did well. It's like, with all due respect to YouTube, it's like, come on, guys, we're the ones making all the money for Google.
Yeah.
And because if it's not for us, there are no advertisements. And it's like, why wouldn't YouTube want to share with us a little, like, hey, we're not going to tell you the algorithm, but here is exactly what you need to do. That's a little bit more specific than just keep making content and try to find out what works. Because I have replicated shorts that I've done before that got like 15,000. Like one of them is a skydiving video and it got 7,000 views. So I do some more skydiving videos and I get 400 views. And I'm thinking, like, what is it particularly about? I know you don't have the answer, Alex, and I'm not
Yeah.
asking you to give the answer,
I wish I
but
did. I wish I had the answers.
yeah, and I don't think any YouTuber wants to know the exact algorithm because then it's not exciting when you win because and then everyone's going to become a Mr. Beast, and that's not possible. But I do feel there's a little disconnect where if YouTube could give a little bit more help, we worked so hard to monetize the channel. Maybe you don't share it with the non-monetized people, and maybe we sign an NDA
Hmm.
where once you're a partner, we're going to give you more information, but do not share this outside of our or you're going to be demonetized.
Yeah.
Fine, but I think anyway. Do you have any thoughts on that, or just?
Well, yeah, I definitely understand. I do hear similar things from creators all the time. Um, I mean, yeah, I wish honestly I had more insight into the algorithm and things like that, and just how things worked. If we had a golden rule to how to get more views, more watch time, things like that, we would definitely be sharing it. It's definitely like an interesting platform, and I wish we definitely had more answers, but
Wait, I'm
it's one
sorry.
of those
What did
things.
you say? This is definitely becoming.
Oh, sorry. Would you say you kind of just froze for? This is definitely. I actually don't remember what I just said. But this is it's definitely something that I wish like we had more insight into. And if we had a golden answer, we would be sharing it, or our team would definitely be sharing it with everyone. But really good feedback, and I definitely can pass it along. Um, yeah.
120 viewers as before. So go, well, then clearly you're doing something different. I'm like, I'm not. It's the exact same goofy Billy Bob character, and it's just talking about America and Louisiana. So for some, anyway, that's enough of that.
Monroe, I don't know if it's just me, but you
Who's going
are
for? Oh, go ahead.
kind of coming in and out a little bit.
Okay, if you can't hear me, just ask me to repeat myself.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's just me. It could just be, I mean, I'm on Wi-Fi, but my Wi-Fi is, kind of bad sometimes.
Yeah, and I'm just on T-Mobile cellular. So okay, if any of you guys don't hear what I say or Alex, just put that in the chat and make a note like what we were talking about, and we can repeat that.
Mhm.
Bougie said, if I were to remove my tier 2 membership option, will current members all immediately lose their memberships? Kind of scared to make that commitment. I think the answer is yes, but I'll let Alex answer that.
Yes, yeah. So if you do remove your tier two membership option, anyone who is subscribed at that tier two membership level will have their membership removed. And if you want them back on your membership program, they'll have to rejoin either at the other two levels that you have remaining.
Thank you. Thank you. Blame Dirty says it's more expensive for gifting, correct? Gifting tier 2. As Alex said before, it depends on they're going to gift the highest membership that's under $4.99.
Yep.
So whatever that is, that's how much the person is going to have to pay to gift those memberships. Blame Dirty says sometimes it's timing. There are bots. Also remember that. I think he's talking about when people are showing up and this and
Oh,
that.
yep.
And but even that information would be helpful for YouTube to share, saying, "Look, we are not perfect. there are bots on YouTube. We do our best to screen them out, but sometimes they may show up on your stream. It's just, I guess, a little bit more transparency is that's what we as a bunch of creators are saying to help us feel like
Yeah.
we're not just flying blind and feeling like YouTube doesn't care, which I know you do because I mean you represent YouTube and you care
Mhm.
greatly. And I think that's why I'm grateful to talk with you because it's a face, and why Bougie is here and these other folks. No one gets this opportunity. It's a very lonely, solitary endeavor to be a YouTuber, and
Yeah.
you're by yourself, and there's this big behemoth of a corporation, and you don't know, are they really non-biased, or do they pick and choose who gets viewers, or is it really the algorithm? And conspiracy theories abound, and none of us want to live by conspiracy theories. We want to feel like, okay, YouTube loves us. Uh,
And
Bougie's
YouTube does. I feel like, I mean, I tell all my creators like all the time. I mean, like we love all types of content on YouTube. We're definitely not trying to push one bit of content over another. We're very unbiased. And yeah, we love all different types of content on YouTube.
That's beautiful to hear.
Yeah.
Bougie's got another. Bougie, he says, final question. Please don't say final question because he's here to answer all your questions. Uh, so, his question: is there any plan to roll out being able to gift specific viewers of the live stream?
Hmm. Great question and great bit of feedback. This is something that we actually talked about a ton in the memberships bootcamp. The product team is definitely aware of this. It is something that I think is top of mind on their end. As of right now, there's no plan or no date for this update. But yeah, it is top of mind on the product team. So it might come soon, might take a little bit longer. But yeah, they're definitely aware that this is something that a lot of creators really want to see. So.
My 2 cents on that. I think that would be great, but I still like that random people get gifted memberships when you know how we have our as creators, we have 5 in the beginning or
Oh,
10 per month.
mhm.
I like that I am not burdened with playing favoritism. And
Yep.
then maybe this is why YouTube didn't do it, because they don't want fans to get angry. Why do you keep gifting the memberships to the same 10 people? I want it to be a widest variety of people who can get the free memberships. But it would be nice if I want to pay $4.99 and gift, or $3.99 and gift a membership to one specific fan. That would be cool.
Yeah.
The other thing that would be nice is to give the option that anyone who's a moderator on my channel automatically has member access to everyone, because it's frustrating. Like literally, you're going to be, and also to guests as well. When we do the member only stream, you're not going to see any of the chat messages because you're not a member of the channel.
Yeah.
And that hurts me as a live stream host, because I have to then, they're not able to look at that and see, and they kind of feel like they're just having a regular podcast interview, and rather than, so that would be, we a lot of us have talked about that as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely loop that up. But I totally agree with what you're saying about the randomizing the gifting. I do think it eliminates the bias for creators and almost makes it easier, so they're not picking and choosing the most engaged users and things like that. So there are some perks.
Olga says, I'm sorry I watch you with subtitles, but they're currently out of stock. Why? I'm sad. I want to understand what you both are saying, but I lack the knowledge of the language.
Mm.
Olga, I don't know what to say. I didn't know that you were using subtitles. I didn't even know that they offered subtitles for the live streams, but that's fascinating. And maybe they don't appear when when I have a guest. That's one thing else I'll share. The features when I'm hosting by myself are and everything I do via mobile, because that's how I get into the YouTube live feed, and I don't have to deal with lots of fancy equipment. Makes it a lot easier. But for example, right now, when I do a live stream, I'm able to make a poll. Like it would be when I could do a poll saying, "Hey guys, this is Alex Janke, community partner manager. Um, um, how much do you love Alex? Like a lot, super a lot, like super, like the most possible." When I have a guest, I have no ability to do Q&As, polls. I lose a lot of ability of features, and it's weird that the features they don't cross over to depending on how you do, what type of live stream you're doing, whether it's on mobile or
Yeah.
desktop, everything's a big smorgasbord of different stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. I actually I'm gonna connect with. I was talking about a coworker who works on Vertical Live on my team, and so I'll reach out to her tomorrow and see if there's like any like tips and tricks that maybe with doing like having a guest in your live stream, like you can access like this instead or something to like counteract the lack of the polls or something like that. But oh yeah, I'll definitely ask about that because that is interesting. Again, this is my first time doing it. So this is my first time even seeing the back end live stream.
I love how you call this the back end. To me, this is the front end, and you're my back
Oh
end.
no, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. Well, I mean, I feel like I'm mostly a viewer. I have never been
I,
on the
no.
creator
I'm
creator
just
side.
making a joke. I'm just a goofy, funny guy sometimes. V Pirate says, I thought we had an age limit on this channel. There you go. First spammer.
Oh,
So,
yep.
is your guest even old enough to be on YouTube? I guess it's past school hours.
I get that so frequently. Yeah, I know I look like I'm 17 or 18, but 26 actually. So
26. You're like me. People say a lot of times that I don't look like I'm 47, and so I take
and
it.
and you don't.
You know what? I was talking to this Asian person the other day, and she said to me, uh, she said, "You know, you look younger than your age in America, but from Asian standpoint in the Philippines, you look kind of old." Which is funny because Asians tend to look a lot younger than the rest of the world. People these days are attracted to negative things, says Blame Dirty. But yeah, but you're right. But sorting colored balls is neither positive nor negative. It's just an activity. And again,
Very
I
true.
keep thinking, you know what? One day maybe I should just get some colored balls and just do it and just see if somehow I can get 350 people watching me, and maybe that's so. Why did you give up all the education and the guest interviews and the comedy? The money was in sorting colored balls, believe it or not. V Pirate says it does seem the negative things get more traction on YouTube or what have you. V Pirate says it's pretty funny watching a cyclist eat pavement after acting like they own the road. That's true. You should have put in title. I almost died skydiving. I did do a live stream over the summer. Almost my main parachute had a malfunction. I had to get rid of it and use my reserve parachute. That was fun. Okay, Bougie's back. See, I told you it was not Bougie's last question. Which is fine, Bougie. That's why we're here. A large problem is 90% of the algorithm is user preferences. So more than understanding the algorithm, you need to understand the audience.
Yeah, plus one to that.
And I would just say though, I don't understand my audience. Maybe YouTube. If that is the case, again, I'm not putting blame on YouTube. And we just want. I want if I'm doing clearly I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing something right because I got Alex Janke on here. I've got 11 people watching, and I get that. But I'm also not doing. I'm doing something wrong because I don't have 350 people watching. I don't have 1 million subscribers. So maybe helping. Maybe. Oh, I was telling this with Bougie. We've got YouTube analytics, and it's a massive treasure trove of information.
Mhm.
But maybe YouTube could give courses on how to interpret this and say, look, this is what you want to do. Like I wish it would tell me in my weekly update, because we get these weekly updates from YouTube. I don't know if you know that.
Oh yeah.
And it says, this is your number one video this week. This is how many people sub. I wish it would say to you, hey, this video this week got you the most subs. And then if I go to the last year, it'd say these 10 videos got you the most subs, rather than me having to kind of click, double click, change I feel like you need a course in Excel just to understand YouTube analytics. And I think it's overwhelming. I'm a smart guy. I've got my PhD. I'm a lawyer. I have an MBA in finance. I understand math and Excel. YouTube analytics still is extremely overwhelming. And it would
Yeah.
be cool if you guys could create YouTube videos that say, hey, let's dive in, or even in the boot camps.
I do think there is. Speaking of YouTube channels, I do think YouTube actually has a YouTube creator YouTube channel specifically towards educating YouTube creators, whether you're starting out or you have a good following. Um, but actually, I do think there are a few videos on getting started with analytics and things like that, tips and tricks. But I think I've seen a few of those. I will also say that in the YouTube creator community, which you just joined, we do host sessions every now and then, every month or so. And last year or last quarter, I guess, a few coworkers and we did lead in analytics sessions. So we're probably going to run something very similar in the new year, when time frees up a little bit. But yeah, we might have a few sessions focused on analytics, for the YouTube creator community.
Would love it. Would
Yeah.
love it. Blame Dirty says Billy Bob is awesome. I agree. He says, "Come on, Alex, just keep talking. Keep pushing. No giving up." Hi, Aaliyah. Bougie says that's great news. Excited to see that's coming out eventually. James is here talking about Edward Snowden. Blame Dirty likes random gifting. I myself have also gifted. Bougie says Twitch gives an option to gift to one person or just gift randomly. Usually, randomly is more used for bundle gifting, like 5+ gifts. First, a single gift could be given to a friend, etc.
Mm,
So that's similar to what we were kind of talking about, kind of
yeah.
having the bulk be random, but individual you can. And it would be nice if not only I could choose, but if someone. There have been countless times, I'm sure Bougie can relate, when I've been on a live stream and the same, and usually it's a younger person who doesn't have money. And it's like, oh, please, please, I hope I get gifted one. I hope I get gifted one. It's never the person who's hoping to get gifted one. And I
Yeah.
know that somebody would love to just sponsor that, my fan, and
Uh-huh.
say, fine, you finally get it, Jacob. I'm gifting you a membership. And then that person who gifts it gets some credit and gets to feel that warmth of saying, wow, I actually just, gave a leg up to somebody who maybe didn't have the funds or is not allowed to get it. But maybe you're right, Jacob. Sorry, Alex. By the way, for those joining, this is Alex Janke, Community Partner Manager with YouTube. My name is Monroe Mann, YouTube live streamer #1. Please click like. We're 2 likes away from the bronze medal on the YouTube live stream Olympics. I hope you can make Alex proud of me. We can get 10 likes. Luminami members first. What's up, Elijah? Massive. If anyone has questions for Alex, thank you, Jamie. Algorithmic behavior mod. Skaterade says, "What's up?" And Skaterade says, "Is this your son?" Uh, uh, he potentially could be. I mean,
I
if
can
I
kind
had
of.
Alex when I was in college, then he could be because you're 27, right?
26.
All right, so I'm 47, so I'm about 21 years older than. Actually, my wife and I gave birth to Alex as the year after I graduated college, and I'm so proud of my boy. So proud of my young man. I just got a reminder that I have a YouTube guest, Alex Janke, coming up for a members only stream shortly. If any of you have any other questions for Alex, please share. What for the people who are monetized? Can you tell? Are there any stories? I know you talk about your creators and stuff. You don't have to use their name.
Mhm.
But are there any stories of inspiration that you can share with us to help not only the people watching but me too? Like hey, keep going, or example of how someone's channel blew up because they did something, etc.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Or just a lesson that somebody learned that really helped their channel. Doesn't have to mean they blew up, but like, oh, this worked for this particular creator.
Yeah. Let's see here. I mean, when our team got started, we're focused on shorts mostly, and so when I joined the team, most of my creators were shorts first, and so throughout the last few months, there's been definitely a big emphasis on long form and getting some shorts creators to experiment with long form, and so I don't know, it's just been really cool seeing a lot of those shorts first creators experiment and try new things on long form, and some of them, or actually a lot of them, are seeing success. And for me as a partner manager, it's been awesome to go through some of my creators' channels and just see their long form videos and see how how many views they're getting and just how great the content is. I always like to go through and like watch some of my creators' content. So that's been something really cool to see. And we've, at least my team and myself in particular, have led a few sessions on shorts to long form and tips and tricks there. So that's been something great. So yeah, if anyone here is a shorts first creator, looking to experiment in a different format, live, long form, like you definitely should do it. It takes some trial and error, but a lot of my creators have seen great success with it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend doing that as well.
Thank you for that. Your answer inspired another question.
Yeah.
Before I've been a YouTuber. By the way, you guys should send me a plaque for being probably one of the oldest YouTubers ever. I started my channel in 2006 before Google bought it. And
That is pretty crazy.
I don't know why I don't have a plaque saying like pioneer YouTuber or something. That's the most important thing you need to do. I get something. I want a check mark or a crown or an eagle or something next to my name when I'm online. So but no, what I was talking about is I used to do long form because that's all YouTube was
Yep.
up until maybe I'd say 5-6 years ago. And then TikTok, Instagram came around, and then Shorts came around, and then live streaming, I think, is only about 3 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make a long anymore that gets any views. I used to at least get they were never huge, but I used to be able to get the same views on longs that I now get on shorts. Now I get somewhere between around 500 average on a short, and on a good day, maybe 3,000, on a great day, 10,000. On longs, if I get 20 views after a month, I'm very excited. And
Yeah.
I'm wondering, and I've talked to a lot of people, and and I keep telling them, I said, look, live is where everything is now, and doing the shorts. But there are certain videos that are still more appropriate for long form. Is there any tips based on the work that you've done with your creators to help people make successful long form videos that get into the algorithm more?
Yeah. A few things. I'm just gonna spitfire a few things. Um, okay, I guess one thing that just comes to mind, you can A/B test some thumbnails. I think thumbnails are one of the most, if not the most important thing from a long form perspective. I mean, when you have a user looking at all these different videos to click on, a thumbnail is the image that they're going to see, and they're going to have to choose your specific video over 10 plus videos on their YouTube homepage. So experimenting and really trying to figure out what thumbnails work for your channel, what work for your fans is something you definitely need to test out, look into, because that's super important. Titles as well. I know titles is also one of those first things that you see, so that can do a lot. That can do a number for getting users to want to click on your video. Um, I will also say that your long form audience and your short form audience are going to be completely different audiences. So making sure you are, reaching those audiences with whatever format you're doing. So your shorts audience, is probably not going to be watching your long form videos because it's probably a different audience. They're looking for different things. So maybe like using the content linking tool to link long form videos to your short form videos. That's one way you can bring your shorts users to your long form videos, because maybe they're interested in or you want to get them to your channel homepage to explore your long form videos. um, there's a bunch of different things you can do to really drive shorts users to long form and then long form to shorts. But it's really just understanding the two audiences are different, meeting them where they're at, and trying to connect the two and really satisfy both. I think that's huge.
There was so much information there that I came up with like 12.
Inspiring. So
No,
sorry.
this is a Spitfire grill right now. This is fantastic. Is it is there a particular direction that you should go? For example, is it better to go create long forms to send people to shorts and then shorts to send people to live? Or I mean, I've been using live to try to drive people to my longs because nobody really watches. When I say nobody, the 20 people who watch are somebody's. But
Uh-huh.
Is there a particular strategy, or should you use should I use longs to send to the shorts and lives to send to longs and shorts, and lose shorts to send to longs and lives?
I wish I knew the answer to that one. There's really no one size fits all strategy. It's one of those things where our recommendation is, test out what works. One might work more than the other. And if you're seeing traction, continue with that and just be consistent. But like you can do it really however you want. If you want to focus on bringing, maybe like build your shorts audience first, and then get that really solid, and then bring those shorts users to your long form. Like, you can definitely do it that way. You can also do it the other way.
So we should consider that we're not just YouTubers. We're basically creators on 3 different platforms: YouTube Shorts, YouTube Longs, and YouTube Live, and they are completely different audiences. And if you want them to cross over, you need to create a deliberate strategy to help facilitate that.
I would definitely, I'd say that. I mean, yeah, shorts creator, your shorts audience is going to be different from your long form, and your lives are going to be a different audience as well. There may be overlap, and there most likely will be overlap. But it definitely takes a little bit more of a strategy and some more thinking to merge them, and really, like, see some more overlap than most.
Okay. You
Yeah.
mentioned thumbnails. By the way,
Yes.
thank you on behalf of everybody here, because I know that all of these questions are questions that every YouTuber's had. And it's great to talk with somebody as knowledgeable as you and generous as you are with your time. So thank you. What if you can you let's say there's a video of mine from 2006, one of my very first videos. And generally those are many of them are me talking about Iraq. I was in Iraq at the time. Some of them are Iraq videos. You're because it could I change the thumbnails and do ABC tests on those? And could they potentially get
Mhm.
recommended again into the algorithm and take off, even though they're 20 years old?
I am not too sure if you can do that, and if that would get pushed out again. That's something, I mean, you could always try. Um, yeah, that's something I guess you'd have to try, or I have to look into, because actually, yeah, I have not heard of anyone wanting to do that, but that is a really interesting idea.
I would love to know if by re-upload, because I guess how does the suggestion work? Will they once there's a changed thumbnail, could it potentially YouTube go, hey, this creator's making an effort to try to improve. Let me present it to 10 people and see if it gets any traction. And if so, boom, that thing could take off. I think a lot of people would maybe find some old content and try to create better thumbnails if they knew that it would be worth their effort.
I don't think it would push a video out as much as, like a newer video, but it might do something. It might, maybe if there are a few, extra viewers that, like, are looking for a video like that, and end up watching that video, it might get pushed a little bit more.
Mm,
But yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think it would get pushed as much as, a relatively newer video.
okay.
Yeah.
It's worth experimenting. It's an interesting
Oh
idea.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
uh, okay, so I'm gonna go over some comment. Oh, Mr. Reboot is here. What's up, Reboot? We're gonna come down.
Oh,
You're a
hello,
little
hello.
late. I'm still trying to catch up on comments. Let me go back above, and then we'll come down there. But I see you, Reboot. I hope you had a wonderful vacation with Mrs. Reboot. I know you went away for a couple of weeks. And okay, so I have a degree too, says James. What's your degree in? Feel free to share. Uh, Skaterade wants me to pay you child support. Okay, sounds good. Skaterade says, I saw a fat guy fall in a pool and he got 1 million subs based on that video. You know? And then James Ortiz says, telling the truth makes money. Content creation is weird, says Skaterade. Saku in India, Saku Varki says, hey, Alex, what kind of videos do you yourself like to watch on YouTube? Thank you, with a heart.
Oh, that is a great question. Let's see here. I feel like my two most popular niches on YouTube. I love watching DIY, like, home decorators. I think that's so much fun. So, like, any, like, DIYers, interior designers of that, I love watching that. And then I also am big into movies. So any movie review channels, movie trailers, like, I'm a huge subscriber of those, and I love just watching those, sometimes on repeat. If a trailer is good enough.
So you're giving some channels big watch time, huh?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Sometimes, if a trailer is good, I will watch them multiple times through. Yeah.
You know, which is as some of you guys know, I'm a filmmaker as well, and I made this movie, You Can't Kill Stephen King, which was on Amazon Prime. It was on YouTube Movies. I think it still is on a lot of these platforms. You can still watch it. And we ended up selling the film at Cannes at the film market in 2012,
Oh
and
wow.
getting our agent in in Los Angeles at the Los Angeles film market. We got all that because of the trailer. They did not see the whole movie, and they were willing to take us on as clients based on the trailer alone because they believed they could sell it regardless of how good the movie was. And Jamie's seen the movie. The movie's pretty decent. It's a good B plus level horror comedy film. But you've reminded me something that you can. What is a YouTube video? But it's a movie. Even if it's just 3 minutes or 5 minutes, then it needs to have a beginning, middle, and end. And if a trailer is good enough, Alex here from YouTube Community Partner Manager, he said he will watch it on repeat over and over again because it's so good. That's maybe the same thing all of us as YouTubers need to do for our lives, for our shorts, and for Mr. Reboot. His I'm gonna give it shout outs to Bougie and Reboot here with examples. Mr. Reboot shorts are spectacular. And I know why. I actually wrote in a book when I was on my plane flying to New York today. Make some high quality, entertaining shorts like Mr. Reboot, because I mean, you watch it. It's like it's a 5 hour awesome action film in 1 minute. It has nothing to do with movies. He does these cool things with making little devices that you can like a catapult with your pen or things like that. But he creates an incredible short film. And Bougie is primarily live streaming, but he's so entertaining when he's doing the live streams. And I love his voice and the way that he gets everyone riled up when watching. So I know why people watch his live streams. But we all need to make this is my own advice to myself now. Make your YouTube videos as if you're making a trailer to a film,
Yep.
because there's no way anyone's going to watch the whole film unless the trailer is good. So the trailer maybe could be the first 10 seconds and make it so amazing. And even the live stream, I see people come in, they'll come in like 22 people will come in the first 3 minutes. But I didn't, and Alex and I are equally to blame because we did not grasp them. We're up to 16 now, so we're doing all right. We brought it back up, but we got to grab people immediately, and that's something that I'm thinking about. Alex, am I on the right track?
Oh no, you are. I feel like I mean, like movie trailers and movies, storytelling is so important. And you know, if you're looking at a YouTube short, if you're looking at a movie, you know, storytelling is really the key to locking an audience in. And so, yeah, plus one to everything you just said.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go down and read through the rest of the comments, and any questions I will ask them. In about 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to switch to the member only behind the scenes with Alex, where anyone who's a member of my channel, we can ask more specific questions of Alex. It'll be a smaller crowd. So if you are interested in getting into the nitty gritty, stick around. And if you are a member, join. If not, here's your chance, your incentive to become one. Skaterade recommends I should become angry video gamer nerd. And that's my all right. Hey, maybe that's my claim to flame. Toasta says you could make lawyer shorts. I feel like you are more bearable than the others I see. Thank you. I think I'm a more bearable attorney than most. I did pin your message, Skaterade, and I hope you know why. You either get pinned to the wall of shame or the wall of accolade. When you get pinned because of bad grammar, it's to the wall of shame. And you said, I feel like you're more bearable with why or you are, but that's possessive. It should be why are you apostrophe re. This is an educational channel, and I don't want you influencing others from other countries who think that that was the correct use of your. But now you've had a pinned message for about 20 minutes. Congratulations. Mr. Reboot says, Monroe, Alex, what's up, guys? Great to see you too. You remember Mr. Reboot, correct, from the bootcamp?
Of course, of course. I was actually
Yeah.
just looking at your channel like a few days ago.
And he said, thanks for sharing and teaching. I always learn a lot from both of you. Mr. Reboot, again, he was the guy that's saying, Monroe, I don't know why your channel is not huge. We need more YouTubers like you. Thank you for your vote of support, Mr. Reboot. I always appreciate that. Let me see. who is this guy, Deegan? So this is Alex Janke. He is YouTube's community partner manager. So he is the guy who works with people who are monetized like me, like Bougie, like Mr. Reboot and others. And he's on the staff. They've created this new position to basically to do what we're doing right now, which is kind of create a connection with the YouTube creators and give them a little bit more support and help rather than us kind of just going solo. Remember that song by Whitesnake? Here I go. I can't sing it. I'm going to get a copyright claim. YouTube is copyright claim happy, by the way, Alex. I can't tell you how many. You even saw that in the Discord. For like everyone's having problems with people making claims, and
yeah.
they don't have the rights. It's gotten to the point where I don't do cover songs anymore, because I'm so scared of having to deal with the nonsense. And that's a big thing. If you can pass that along, there needs to be a better system where it's not just us against the claimant, and the claimant can just say wrong, copyright strike, and the video comes down and and it's like, no, it's not, that person doesn't really own the rights. They're just being a naughty boy.
Yeah. I'll definitely note that because I have seen in the last few weeks a bunch of copyright claims. So yeah, I'll definitely look into that.
No. Oh, thank you guys. We got to 10 likes, which is the bronze medal on the YouTube live stream Olympics. Alex said yay, which means yes. By the way, Alex, when this happens, everyone gets the medal, not just me. The guest gets it, all the fans, because we did it as a joint effort. Next stop is 15 likes. We got 14 people here. I know at least 5 of you have not clicked like. Please double click the screen. We got 11. We're getting there. Let's get to 15 and show Alex that this is a YouTube live stream channel worth subscribing to. Okay, thanks Vortex for subscribing. Speak of the devil. Saku says thank you very much, Alex. And Jamie says I'd watch it again. I'm not sure what Jamie's referring to. Skaterade says that's cool. I'll check the movie out. Yeah, it's called You Can't Kill Stephen King. You'll find it on basically any platform, Vudu, Fandango now. You can anywhere you can buy it. It's not for free on Amazon Prime anymore or Netflix, but now you can buy it or rent it for like $3, something like that. Jonathan Oliveira says, "What's up, Monroe Mann and Alex?" And autocorrect Bougie says, "There's any way to apply for a okay." Alex, am I permitted to share my email address with my fans who are in the partner program? Do you mind? Is that permissive, or is that not appropriate?
Sorry, your email or my email?
No, like Bougie like Bougie was not in the boot camp, but he'd like to have a partner manager too, and he'd like to. Can I share your email with people that I know are in the partner program?
So there actually is a way you can apply to be a part of the partner program. I believe if you look up YouTube, I think it's still called the YouTube Shorts community. But if you look it up on YouTube support, YouTube Shorts community, there should be an application on YouTube Support Center where you can apply for a partner manager. And we usually do outreach a few times a year. So yeah, if you express interest there, you should be hearing from us, in the near future. If your channel is appropriate and it meets, community guidelines and things like that.
All right. So Bougie, if you can't find it, reach out to me, and I'll reach out to Alex.
Yeah, I can always send it. It should be somewhere in YouTube on the support.
Maybe. Thank you, Bougie, for the gift. I appreciate that. That little beautiful heart on a cloud. Maybe if you find that link, Alex, you could email it to me, and is that something I could publicly put on the description on the video?
Yeah, I think so. It should be an external page. I'll have to look into that, and then I can get back to you on that. But I believe it's external, unless it's been taken down for something. But it should be there.
Okay, for those who've just joined, this is Alex Janke, YouTube Community Partner Manager. He actually works at YouTube. My name is Monroe Mann, #1 YouTube live streamer in my mind, soon to be officially coronated one day. Jamie, someone is just calling me on Skype, and sometimes. Here's another really important thing that maybe you could share, Alex, with the live team.
Yeah.
I had to buy another phone that's not connected to T-Mobile because, right now, somebody just called me on Skype. There's no way to disconnect it. And if someone starts to leave a voicemail, or if somebody starts to, I go black and my audio gets cut off while anyone is leaving a voicemail. And
Oh, interesting.
there
Okay.
should be a way for me to put on like, do you want to turn on YouTube live stream mode where it will only allow like emergency phone calls through, but anything else does not call, does not interrupt.
Yeah.
That's a big.
Yeah, I actually didn't even know that was happening. So that's actually that's great. I'll loop in the live specialist and ask about that. Yeah,
Cool.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten like a call or a text or anything during this. I don't even know how that would affect the
And
listeners.
it would be the exact same thing. And literally, some people don't know that. And someone's leaving a voicemail message for like 5 minutes on a guest, and I have a black. They're frozen, and we can't hear them. And
Mm,
they're talking the whole time. They didn't know. They just thought there was, but no. It just literally it disconnects us completely from the stream.
okay, yeah, good to know.
Um, hey, Mrs. Reboot. Hello, welcome back from your vacation. I hope you and Mr. Reboot had a great time. Alex, you want to say hi to Mrs. Reboot?
Hello, hello. Hi, Mrs. Reboot. Nice to see you.
Oh, Jamie said she'd watch the movie again. Thank you. Yeah, my movie, You Can't Kill Stephen King. It's worth watching again. Thank you very much. Yes, Oliver, Mrs. Reboot, is the wife of the great Mr. Reboot. And so, guys, we are moving towards the member only part of the stream. Since Alex was my professor and facilitator during the YouTube membership boot camp, I said, I want you as a guest, but you also got to do a member only live stream because that's what you're that's what you're encouraging all to do is to come up with unique ways to encourage people to become members. So if any of you, by the way, if any of you have questions that you want me to ask Alex that you didn't get to today, leave a comment on this video or any of my videos. I have a direct line to Alex. Even if you're not monetized, if you have a question, I will ask him if he can maybe give some feedback because Alex wants you to get monetized as well. He doesn't want you to just stay in the ether of making no money, which I was in for 18 years, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Alex, I deserve something one day. 18 years before Mr. Beast even was born, I think. Okay,
I'll make some calls.
make some calls. Give a. Have you met Sanjay? What's his name? Sanjay Pinjar, or who's the co-CEO, or Sergey Brin? Like, are they still the heads of Google?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually just attended there was we had an in person talk with Neil, who is the CEO of YouTube. But yeah, he's recently the CEO of YouTube, and then Sanjay is the CEO of Google, who has been for a while.
So what's the full name of the CEO of YouTube? I think we should all know that if that's
It's
who's who.
Neil Mohan, I believe, is how you say it.
Neil Mohan.
Hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's a really great guy. Did not get to meet him in person, but I was in the room and he gave a great
I,
talk.
that's you're in the room. Like we're all in the room with Alex Janke right now. See, it's like
Yeah.
you are the equivalent to us as the CEO of YouTube is to you.
No. That's too nice.
So Alex, do you have the second link that I sent you?
I do. Yep.
Okay, so guys, we're gonna jump off. We're gonna jump back on in about 2 minutes. Alex, if you need to use the restroom or get a drink or something, no
Perfect.
problem. I'm gonna do the same thing, and maybe in about 2 to 3 minutes, we will. I'll see you exact same thing, and we'll go live again. And for any of you members, let's try to ask some more questions of Alex, and we're gonna get personal and find out if he wears boxers or briefs. I do that to every guest. We're gonna, and I never ask the question. It's just what I say. But my point being is, you're gonna
Perfect.
find some more. Maybe we'll ask a little bit about Alex's background and where he grew up and why he decided to what he studied in college and all those cool things as well. So
Great.
Saki says thank you very much. Oliver says it's awesome. Miss Rubert says hello, Alex, and thank you on behalf of everybody here, Alex. I want to say thank you so much for being here. I always give the guest the last word. So, what is your final words of wisdom, inspiration, motivation, or whatever you want to share with everybody watching now or who may watch in replay?
Oh my gosh. Oh. Well, thank you to everyone for coming and the nice comments and the questions. That was great. If you're, a YouTuber, you're looking to, expand your channel. This is the advice I give everyone: is just be as consistent as possible. but also just have fun with it. Your mental health is super important. But ultimately, it's all about you. As long as your health's good, as long as you're having a good time making content, yeah, keep doing it, and you'll go far.
Beautiful. And you just got us to, we got to 15 likes. So thank you, Alex. Your final
Okay.
speech roused the public. And we got a silver medal, 15 likes on the YouTube live stream Olympics. Guys, that's really great. That's right, Jamie. We got the silver medal. Peace out, Oliver. Thanks for stopping by. And for members only, and I hope some of you will become members, we're going to have a follow up with Alex starting in about 3 minutes. Thanks, everyone. See you soon, Alex.
Bye, everyone.